Hello everyone, in this video I want to talk about creating an onboarding process using Jira Service Desk on cloud. Now this will not be a full-fledged solution for onboarding, but I want to basically answer this question from Sam. Sam Desai is asking about new starter employee form, and Sam is asking about that I want to know how to create a template form which has drop downs. So if hiring manager or HR want to progress a new employee, this will trigger various Jira tickets. Now I understand the requirement, and I think there are a few ways of doing it, and we are talking about cloud. So let me first show you how it will look like. Now the good news is that if you are on cloud, you can basically create a project called HR Service Desk. So when you select this template called HR Service Desk, you can basically start using this template, but you don't really have to use this. You can basically take a look at how it is done, and maybe you can create your own. But I think this is a good start. So if you create a project with HR Service Desk template, you will get something like this. This is of course the portal, and I'm just talking about employee onboarding. Now if I click on this request type on the portal, I can fill up a form. Now before I fill up a form, I want to show you the automation that we have in place, and of course you have to do it. You have to basically create one automation rule, and for doing that you can go to the project settings, and you can then go to your automation. As I mentioned before, there are a few ways of doing it. In this particular way, in this particular case, what I have done, I have created a custom rule. Maybe we can get a new rule. Let us create a new rule from the very beginning, so you know how it is done. So you can click on add rule, then select create a custom rule. And when you create a custom rule, you have to define a trigger. Now this trigger can be basically a change in a state, but for simplicity, let us simply select issue created. So whenever there is a new issue created, we will do some automation. Basically, we will create some issues automatically because that is what we want to do for onboarding. We'll add this trigger, and maybe we want to add a condition that only do this when the request type is onboarding. So you can select here issue matches, and then you can go to more and select type, and you can then select employee onboarding. So this is of course the request type, and we can also add more conditions to have something a bit more refined, but I'm just showing you how it is done. Once you know how it is done for a simple rule, you can of course modify it further. Then so when the issue is created, and if the issue type is employee onboarding, we will do something. And what we want to do, we want to basically create an issue. Now when you create an issue, you can define the issue type. So maybe you want to create a normal task, and you want to link it to the issue created so that you have some reference. So maybe it is related to the ticket, the onboarding ticket that you have received from the portal. You can then create a couple of tasks here. So my first task could be laptop, issue a laptop. So this is of course you can define here. I'll leave rest of the fields blank. There is one activity. I'll probably create one more task. So you can create as many tasks as you want, and you can define these activities here. So maybe my second activity is issue access card. So one more activity. So whenever there is a new onboarding request, we want to create these two activities, these two tasks, and we want to link it to the original ticket. Now we have a custom rule. I think I may want to modify the task name, automation name, onboarding rule, save, and let us go back to the portal. Now I will raise a request, like what is the employee name. So let us say you have an employee who is joining. So let us say Boris Johnson is joining your organization from next week, and the employee is located at UK office. He's full-time and he's a consultant, and you can specify the manager. So let us say someone like maybe you want to specify this particular field. And by the way, don't worry about the form, because this particular form, of course, it came with the template, but these are nothing but fields that you can always define in your project once you learn how to configure Jira Service Desk. What software or hardware will the employee require? So the employee will need laptop and maybe Windows, just a text area. Then you can send it, and the moment you do it, you will have the issue ticket raised, and then you can go to your project and you can monitor your queue. And the issue that we just raised, the ticket that we just raised, will appear somewhere. So I guess the issue is this one, Boris Johnson. The issue key is HST-6, and I can take a look at the issue here. And the good thing is that not only we have the issue, but we also have these two linked issues. I think for the second issue, I specified the wrong issue type. I wanted task, but you get the idea. So this is, of course, one way of doing it using nothing but Jira Service Desk and the automation rules. And do take a look at these automation rules, because these automation rules can really make your life easy. And the good thing about Cloud is that you can do it by just defining the trigger and adding some conditions. Everything is managed by using the UI. There is no scripting here, and it is still quite good. So this is all I wanted to share in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.